Hello everybody, this is Enoch the Awakened with Aces and Eights. As you discovered already, the Chinese are out, and when I first logged on, I was very excited to see that they did get released on a Monday. I might have to buy more garage space, depends on how fast I get these mastery badges. I'm going to work on the Chinese. I'm going to go down the light line. Now, players that have been on the PC said if you want to go ahead and get on the 220, is this 221? I believe it's 221. We'll find out in a second here. Yep, 221. So in order to get on the 221, the easiest route to go is just go straight down the light line and then jump into the WZ 120. Now, you can go down the medium, but these are PC players that have experience in the game, said they struggled with the mediums but had no problem with the lights. So, I don't know, it looks like a wizard, WZ, so we're going to call it the Wiz. So, anything that has to do with speed related to the tank, Wiz, hey, that sounds good to me. So, the 121 looks like it is pretty nasty with a 240 turret, and way it's sloped and angled, I say it's probably going to be over 300. Most of that turret. You probably get the cheeks on the right left side of the gun, but outside of that it's going to be a lot of bounces. So we're going to look at the NC31. Now, disclaimer, if you get this tank and you're trying to queue, I don't know if you're going to run the same problem as I did, but it would not queue. I waited 5 minutes on some battles. My first battle I got in, there was only 4 tanks on either side, even though there's over 15 in queue. Second battle I got in, there's only 3 on each side, which was quite disappointing. So here we go, we're unlocking the NC31. It's in the garage. I'm not really gonna fool with the camo or nothing like that. It looks like a pretty nice tank. It's a standard Real War 1 design almost. Alright, now we're gonna pick our crew, and as you know, I cannot have no ugly motherfucker in my tank. So instead of doing the 50% or paying the 50,000 silver, I always get the free one. After which I can look at the commander, see if he looks like he belongs in this tank or belongs in a junkyard. It's a good looking fella. I think I'll go ahead and keep him around. I do keep some ugly people around, but this guy looks legit. He looks like he's serious. He's ready to go out there and kick some ass, and I can't have no half-ass retard in my tank. They have to look like they're gonna kick some ass, not like they're just out there in space somewhere. So we picked him. We went ahead and upgraded him. Even though I got some ops set, I'm really not working on the ops. I'm not paying no attention. I'm not unlocking any of them. Nothing like that. I'm going to go ahead and turn them ops off pretty much after I go ahead and show you this next battle, or the first battle that I actually got the master badge in, which was the third. I think it was my third battle. So as you see, one battle, you pretty much go straight to tier 2. You don't have to do none of the upgrades. I prefer to do all the upgrades. I want to unlock everything on the tank kind of experience. Now, the first gun is extremely inaccurate, so if you can just bypass it. Get the last gun. It's got high IP. You don't got to worry about bouncing anything. It's quite accurate even at long range. So, as always, I usually get binoculars and coated optics, but this time I went ahead and got a stabilizer because I didn't know how the gun would handle. But stabilizer actually paid off in the long run. Now we're gonna go ahead and look at the camo, see what kind of camo they have on there. There's a new one. It looks pretty nice, 1950s, 1960s. Alright, this is your desert look, and then we're looking at some pretty good camo choices here. They got a lot, to be quite honest. It's a lot to choose from over here. I know you're probably not interested. You can discover this yourself. And desert, we got 2 of them, and then we go straight to the urban setting. How the last 2 look kind of weird to me, but hey, each their own, so it's not too bad. Then I went ahead and I checked to see if there's what kind of emerald they have, you know, inscriptions and stuff, and straight up Chinese. Can't read it, but if you look at where it says inscriptions, you look underneath it, go ahead and get your translation. Now I went ahead also to see if there was any new military stickers for it, if there were, or I guess you call them decals, emblems, whatever you want to go. We'll go with decals though. There was nothing new on there, so I didn't worry about that too much. So it's time to go ahead and quit fooling around and jump right into the battle. See how this tank performs when it's fully upgraded, fully maxed out. Alright, here we go. I finally ended up getting in a battle which was 7-on-7. Like I said before, it was real hard to get in any kind of battle that had any significant numbers to it. So with my binoculars, I decided to go ahead and go up on this ridge over here. I should be able to get some good spots, and I should be able to get some cover straight in front of me, pull up if I have to. So I did get my first spot, but I do not want to take a shot quite yet. I want to see how many more tanks come down. So even though I got some tricky shots, I don't want to fuck up on position quite yet. I'm watching the tracers. Looks like there's 2 back there. At this point, I decided, well, I don't see any more coming down. I'll probably take the shot right when it peeps up, and I'll start working on this medium. 3, I see all 3 hit. 4, so it's pretty accurate. I go ahead and see another NC-31, and I can't allow him to get anywhere, so I try to track him in the back. Didn't work. Lead the shot, went straight over his tank, and then right when he hit the ground, got a good brown in his side. Went to shoot again, and I think I hit the tank in front of me. Hit the wall, did not bust through the wall. I was hoping for a track there, didn't get it, and he actually backs up. Letting me have this kill. So I ended up getting the kill, full damage. Now I see another NC-31 in front of me. I do not want to push up because I don't want to get spotted. I just see the tank right in front of me is dead. So I'm watching the tracers. I know there's a tank over here somewhere. So I start unloading. Didn't get no hit, so I go ahead and switch. Then I see there's a little tractor here. We're gonna pop him. Got a nice little hit in him. He's taken out. Puts us at 3 kills. It's another prototype. This is the second shot. Got the third. And got the kill in the dark. So now we're up to 4 kills. And they have 3 tanks. And for some reason we're losing. I think we're losing because I already know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. It's going to be me versus these 3 tanks. So I'm watching these tracers. I know there's somebody in this bush over here. Trying to get a good shot, and there it goes. How that didn't hit him, I have no idea the first time, but followed the next tracer. I went ahead and moved out. I know he's going to focus on where I was, seeing how he got a nice little lucky hit. Now I can't get the gun suppression on this tank. It has no gun suppression, so I'm trying to get a little good angle here. Put a few more rounds in these bushes, hoping I hit something. See if he backed up over here. And I got no hit, so I decided I was going to move on. Now I saw that my twin brother was climbing this hill over here, so I figured the T-22 should be able to take him. But you see the T-22 is now getting lit up. He went ahead and exposed himself on the end of the cliff, and he's getting sniped. We're down to just me and him, so I get lucky, get a little side shot on him right here. I had no time to focus on aim. He went down the cliff. I'm watching the tracers. So I'm trying to turn my tank, but it's not quite working out too well. And then the tracers disappear. They're all gone at this point. Teammate decided he was going to go belly up and run to the cap and died. So now I know this Chinese light's gonna come right around this corner, so I want to go ahead and set up for an ambush. Of course, I don't want to wait too long, but I get a little impatient. Look at that little table there. Look at the design of the table. They actually put a quilt on it. Now they could have just did a little white quilt, but they went all out. So he surprised me. I do an auto shot real quick. Now I'm aiming in. I know it's going to take 2 hits to finish him off. Get the 2 hits, take him out. Did not want to take that hit. Notice I'm keeping the buildings to my right because I do not want to get sniped. So I go ahead and cross. I figure I'm not lit anymore. And I was wrong, I was still lit. Luckily I stopped there. I was thinking about backing up, trying to find that tracer. Decided against it and pushed on up. Now at this point I'm trying to get in these bushes. Hopefully my binoculars will go ahead and spot something. Pull up a little more. Right when the binoculars kick in, boom, there we go. There's the Type 22. He's pulling back. Put 1 round in his rear. Shoot over him a little bit, which that's going to cost me later on in the game. And of course I missed that. Now I'm getting shot. I don't know if I was spotted by the T-22 or if he was just lucky. So I'm in. Do get a shot that time. I figure I'll be safe underneath the building here. Now I have no idea where that shot went, why it's not hitting him. And then I see that he's low. Now I'm down to 1 shot. I go ahead and pull back. I'm down to 8 health. I know I'm in a bad situation here. Now I got to figure out. Now I tank one around the castle. I got to figure out if he's going to go ahead and try and flank me, and he's going to stay on the bridge. If so, I can get both of them, or if they're going to push up. Now I already got 19 pins. It's pretty good for a tier 1 match. And I get hit in the rear. I'm figuring he does have binoculars. He must have read my game book. So I go ahead and pull around while I'm dodging. I'm trying to stay from getting shot. You hear explosions going on behind me. I go ahead and set up in position. I know that's going to take a minute to get up that hill. If he does, there's 8 minutes 40 seconds, so there's really not any rush to put pressure on the cap or anything. And I know 2 tanks on that cap, I'll be able to get to it quickly because I'm still up here on the ridge, and it's pretty straight road from here to the cap where I can get visual. So I get into the bush, trying to use some bush mechanics, hoping that he pops up so I can get a 1 shot on him. And I decided, well, let me push up a little more. It's going to take him a while to get up here. I look, still nothing. Wait till my binoculars kick in before I move. That time I didn't, and then I see somebody's on the cap. Now I figured it was the one on the ridge on the cap, so I do a drive-by, hoping that my Coda optics will highlight the tank flanking me. And I didn't see him, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on, where that one hit was. Maybe he's hiding behind the castle. So I'm not really worried about him. I figure one's on the ridge, one's down here. Now if I get up here just right, I should be able to spot him without being spotted. There he is. And again, I do not have the gun suppression on the gun, and I did not see I did not see the T-22 prototype over there. I did not expect that at all. He went all the way around the map and set up an ambush position. And as I said, the next one that gets the shot off first will probably win. So I did end up getting the master badge, and I got a ranger badge. Now I didn't think you could get a ranger badge at a high tier, low tier like this, but I did get it. And I'm gonna move on to the next tank, so I'll see you there.